Yeah, this is the story I was working on in Notion. I was trying to think of like something that could stand in for another baking system. I know this is like a totally different conversation, but so like one of the witches bakes sweets and cinnamon rolls and like just like sweet things. Another one bakes like I was thinking maybe bakes just like straight bread. But like what other things were like around in medieval times? I guess I could just put for now one witch bakes like flatbreads, like pita and naan. I think that's how you spell naan, maybe. Um, do some writing. Sneaky Grammarly. Buster said Wizards of the Coast. They're the ones that made like Magic the Gathering, right? And maybe some stuff for Dungeons and Dragons. What about Wizards of the Coast? Can I like turn off Grammarly? Because it's kind of annoying. It's kind of nice to get the things that like that Notion already does, like for misspelling things, but oh, wolfberries. Let's see. The three witch dudes had lived together for who knows how long. A shabby cottage in the woods was what they called home. Many a day they had traveled from their front I always mix up the theirs. Their front doorstep into the Rowandalian wood to collect and gather things like sugarcane, wolfberries, and Rowandalian honey. You know, I like chill hop, but sometimes it's like repetitive, you know. Okay. Um I'm looking up what types of like baked goods were around in medieval times. The rise of medieval bakers. A brief history of baking. So in medieval times, I guess I could pull this over here. Medieval times they had white bread, whole wheat bread, rye bread, barley bread, oat bread, fruit bread, flat bread. So they have flat bread. That's what I was thinking, because like in like in like the Bible and stuff, there's a lot of stuff with like flatbread and in like Jerusalem. So So I was thinking fruit bread, oat bread. I guess one could have done like white bread and one does whole wheat. But it might be interesting to do one that does like flatbread. Simple bread that was often eaten with cheese or honey. See, that's kind of cool. It's kind of like he makes sandwich bread, or like pizza bread. Bacon peel dough scraper. This is actually pretty cool. Oh yeah, and sourdough bread. People are probably like, what the heck is going on? Ooh, the Hearth oven. That's cool. With writing, one thing I found that's really awesome is just like how words have like a deeper meaning or like a deeper feel. That's definitely one of those that the I still need to figure out another name for this guy. Or figure out a name in general. I'm just gonna put in here with cheese or honey. So this guy who doesn't have a name yet, he also maybe he makes cheese. Let's see. The three witch dudes had lived together for who knows how long. A shabby cottage in the woods was what they called home. Many a day they had traveled from their front doorstep into the Rowan-Dallian wood to collect and gather things like sugarcane, wolfberries, and Rowan-Dallian honey. Whilst on these gatherings, they would camp out in the woods at times, though on other occasions they made sure to return home before nightfall. I'm like playing two lo-fi songs at once. Where was I? They had just returned from one of these gatherings, and Els had taken his vial of honey and gone straight to baking a loaf of bread. Those sweets were Rem's specialty. Who doesn't like a little bit of honey, even in or on a plain loaf of bread? Els had fired up the hearth oven with coals, and now what the victorious? Oh, now was. And now was the victorious finish to the long, arduous process of bread making. It's fascinating. Oh, dog's barking. Oh, should I bring this over maybe? Oh, I guess I can only do it that much. It's interesting, like having an idea in your head and then like sitting down and actually writing it, because you have all these ideas, but then putting it out into like words can sometimes be a different experience, because you're taking those things out of like thoughts and making them and ideas and making them into like something that is readable, that someone can read and experience and like consume, I guess. So yeah, I've been trying to embrace writing more and doing more with that. I just came across this was the comic I made. I like printed it out. This was before recoloring it. So I ended up giving it more of like a fall feel, but yeah, it was cool like printing it out. I want to do something like that again. I've been seeing a lot of stuff about like zines. For those who don't know, oh thanks Buster. Yeah. I know some people who come into this stream or see this later might be like, why does he like bread so much? Like, what is going on? I think it like ties into like my memories of like my grandma. She would make bread, like homemade bread, and just the taste of homemade bread is so good, and like with butter. And I'm lactose intolerant, so like usually I learned how to make bread so that I could have a bread that I could decide what ingredients go into it, basically. So yeah, it's something I've had a little bit of time and stuff with. So what was I saying?